I remember a few years ago hearing a story about a search and rescue officer talking about the weirdest experiences of his job. In many of his stories, he talked about finding a set of stairs in the woods and was told to never go near them. I always thought it was just bull, and he was simply trying to get a scare out of people in our community. I was sorely mistaken. To start it off, I've always been a skeptic my entire life. I've never really believed in the supernatural. I've never really had a belief in God, or any other religion either. Never thought twice about if there was a heaven or a hell, or anything in between. I've been sitting on this for a month. I haven't talked to anyone about this. This will be my first entry about the matter. I'm having doubts about whether or not to record this. I don't want to freak anyone out, but I'm tired of just keeping this to myself. It haunts me, eating away at me. So about a month ago, I went through a nasty breakup. Worst of my life. That isn't why I'm here. A few days after this breakup, I decided to go for a hike in the woods behind my house. I brought cigarettes and a flask of hooch with me, my form of therapy, and headed on my way. Just to be clear, there aren't any trails in these woods. It's just trees for miles and miles. I've lived near these woods my entire life, so I know my way around. I started walking, lighting up a smoke as I made my way through the trees. This is where it kind of gets boring, as I just walked for over an hour, listening to sad music, while smoking and drinking away my sorrows. I'll spare you all the details. I'm sure most of you get it. About 2 hours into my walk through the woods, I noticed something about 60 yards to my left. It was a set of cobblestone stairs. They seemed aged for sure, but for the age they must have been, they were in great condition. Due to my curiosity, I walked over to them to check it out. As I got closer to them, I noticed they weren't really high up. Like, really high up. 30 to 35 feet, give or take. And they were just there. No evidence of a building being there or anything. Remember, I lived near these woods my entire life, and I had never seen anything like this. As I continued closer to it, I got a strange feeling in my stomach, but ignored the feeling. Never seeing this before, I decided to walk up to the steps. I assumed I was lost, and wanted to get bearing on my surroundings, just to make sure I wouldn't continue to go the wrong way. As I walked up the steps, I got a strange feeling in my ears, like the sensation you get when your ears pop as you go up a mountain or something. But only it was a lot more powerful. I bared through it though, as I needed to know where the hell I was in the woods. The feeling kept getting stronger each step I took, almost to the point where I couldn't stand the ringing. Alas, I made it to the top. The ringing stopped, and I got an idea of where I was. This is where it gets strange. As I descended down the stairs, I got another strange feeling in my stomach. But this time, I kept feeling heavier each step. I kept getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, until I made it to the ground floor. I guess I hadn't noticed before, but the sun set, and it was pretty dark outside. Weird, I thought to myself, as I looked up towards the sky. It wasn't normal. It wasn't black like the normal nighttime sky, but it was a dark maroon shade. As I made this discovery, a loud, nearly deafening sound began to erupt through the sky. I heard it from all sides of me. It was like this extreme, deep horn. It played for about 30 full seconds. I began to get worried. I was lost, and everything seemed totally different to me. Anxiety began to fill my chest. I was getting a bad feeling about all of this. Before I could even finish that thought, I heard a heavy breath behind me. I turned around. It was too dark to see anything really, but I did see one thing. 2 glowing red eyes, standing nearly 8 feet tall. When I made eye contact with whatever the hell was behind me, it started to laugh in this deep, earth-trembling voice. I ran. I couldn't look back. I couldn't make myself look back. Hell, couldn't have paid me to turn around. I ran as fast as I could, for what felt like 10 minutes. I saw the porch light to my house, and ran even faster than before. I couldn't let this thing get me. I wouldn't. I got to my porch. I turned around to see that nothing had even changed. Everything was normal outside. I said, damn it, and immediately went inside. I looked back at the woods, through my window, just to assure myself it was the booze or something. But as I looked at the tree line, I saw 2 eyes looking back at me.